Larry, can you turn that down a little bit? Hello, hello. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? We are live on Zoom. Let me turn the feed down. Thank you and welcome to Heritage Hip Hop once again. We are live. We are ready to make noise tonight. Everybody, thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share. We're going to get everybody up on here. We got some MCs that are coming on tonight that really want to tell you not only who they are, but how dope Jersey is and what we do. See what I'm saying? So everybody make sure you jump on. We're gonna represent Jersey tonight. We're gonna do something major. I got a lot of noise in the background, unfortunately, but we're gonna make this thing happen. All right. So right about now, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We're gonna have some fun. I'm thinking that this YouTube thing is going well. I just have so much going on that it's hard to make it happen. Give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. We are getting everybody together right now so we can get everything official. All right, so please bear with me. I'm sending invites as we speak. We are coming we are coming together to make something great happen, everybody. Just give me a second. Let me get all the invites out. So once again, you like Heritage Hip Hop, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Follow us on all social media. You can follow the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, etc. Anywhere you get your podcast, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on Deezer yet, thought I was, but they have killed the feed. But we still out there, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, we are not only on all social medias, we are on Boom You It, which is a new platform where you don't need 1,000 subscribers to monetize. So if you want to help Heritage Hip Hop grow, all you got to do is go watch us and stream, and everybody go to boomyouit.com, BOOMUITT. You it, you know, we could do that. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to get people on the live right now. I'm sending out the invites. So if you're here right now, please share, and comment. That's very important. I need you to share and I need you to comment. Then with that, we can start our show. You know? I'm sending some invites out right now for people to join us. And we're gonna have some credible and incredible MCs join us tonight. And if you would like to join us, all you gotta do is leave a comment on the side to say that you want to join in, and we'll put you on tonight. Just leave a comment, you know. On our website right now, heritagehiphop.com, we got some new interviews with King Pekeezy, as is. I believe Max Sewell is up there. We will have Sun Tzu up there shortly. We have a new Truth Behind Bars featuring King Pekeezy. We are going to be redoing the platform again. Hopefully get something more long lasting. We have we're celebrating new hip hop by putting on some of the hottest songs on there. We have our playlist going on, and we have a feature playlist with Raekwon and Ghostface Killer called The Power of Two Part 1. With The Power of Two Part 1, we're celebrating the best two men. So who would you like to see? Is it just Raekwon and Ghostface, or is it more? You know, would you like to see Helter Skelter, MOP, 8 Ball, MJG, Jay and Biggie? Would you like to see Nas and AZ? A special playlist made by me, of course. Would you like to see that? We could do that on there. If you want to see, I want to see a versus Jersey style, Tretch and Redman. Who's better lyrically or song wise or whatever? I think the verses is played. I think it's very corny now. I think it's very corny now. Part of my phone for going off. I think the verses is overdone, and I don't think it's really a celebration anymore. It's just let's see who got the better playlist. You know, yeah. I mean, I don't really see anything. I don't only see anything on the verses that's I don't know too worthy of wanting to get on and do something with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. You know. Let's see. I'm sending out some more invitations right now. Please be patient with me. We have folks that said they wanted to get on, so I'm gonna give them a chance to come on and talk to them, talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who out there tonight. Who is really gonna take advantage of the platform and come on and talk their stuff. Let's see who's out there tonight. Who wants to join us on the call or on the chat? I invited three MCs, and we're gonna get them a chance to come on. I said 7 o'clock. Let's see if they're gonna come on for 7 o'clock. Shout out to all my people out there who working and making sure they got they building a brand. Shout out to Stan Ipkiss. Shout out to the Fleet DJs. Shout out to the Heat DJs. Shout out to Build Better Brand. Shout out to MJ for MJ Hip Hop Connects. Shout out to the Goodfellas TV family, Profile Pod TV, Lyrical Podcast. We are Jersey, H Squad, Rebel Radio, the baddest internet radio station in the land. Chief Bally, what up? Grunt, what's up? Mo Ack and Rap Show, what up? Tell it like it is. Talk That Talk Radio. All them shows are dope on H Squad Rebel Radio. I ask you to please tune in, go over there. You know. All right, man. So let's just get into it, yo. I don't really see too many people on with me right now. So for everybody out there that's watching, I'm asking please drop a comment. Let me know that you're there. Share this. Make sure everybody out there. We want everybody to join us and get on. This week on Friday, I will be talking to the Druid from legendary New Jersey hip hop set, Desert Set. That's right. We're gonna go to Desert Set and talk about what hip hop was like in Newark, New Jersey in the 90s when Newark was bubbling and we had people come from Essex County who were like going in all over the place. You know, there was people out there who were putting their names out, you know. I decided to go live tonight because I wanted to see who wanted to jump on. You know, where's Weirdo at? Where's All Mental? Where are you? You know what I'm saying? Where's Fire Jaws? Where's all the MCs who are always have something to share and the MCs feel like they have no one to share it with? I'm giving everybody air to share their voice tonight. You know what I'm saying? So if nobody's going to get on right now, I'm going to just talk a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a falsehood that's going on in New Jersey right now. I mean, outside of New Jersey right now, that was started in the As Is Eminem battle. That said New Jersey's very bitter. And I have to disagree for a lot of reasons. New Jersey's not bitter. New Jersey just wants respect. Now, who in the hell doesn't want respect for something that you do well, right? I mean, think about it this way. Peace, Primo. What's going on? I got Texas on the check-in. People will say Jersey's bitter, and Jersey's not. If you do something real well, why wouldn't you want respect? Even the Joker said it in The Dark Knight. He said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. And unfortunately, the music business and music industry has cheapened the artist to the point where people are doing it for free and getting nothing in return. Because a like and a stream does not really mean anything. A like and a stream means you're making the middleman and the record company money and you're not getting anything. So to cheapen the brand, what they did was they allowed people to come into the game and just take away from you and your talent. And that's why I want to talk to people tonight who are talented and have something to say and want to share with the world what's going on. I have some people joining me tonight who are going to talk about that bitterness that people say New Jersey have, and we're going to make it known. We're going to tell and show everybody who we are and what we stand for. All right, my gentleman on the left, my first entrant. Introduce yourself to the people.
Are you talking about me, man?
That's right.
Stress, aka Henny Hardaway, man. The Newark's best kept secret. What's happening?
What's going on with you? I got a bunch of MCs coming on tonight, and we're gonna have a good conversation about not only who you are, but what we represent. You know what I'm saying? While people are connecting their audio, what's good with you? I'm happy to see you again.
Hey, man, I'm around, minor setback, shake it off, and I'm back off ice.
All right. Everybody out there, even us on here, make sure you share this. Share this feed right now because we want to blow up and get them numbers up so everybody know Jersey hip hop represents itself lovely and they should join what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My man, all right, we got a new person in. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people, bro? You want an audio? We waiting for him. Mm-hmm. Stress, what's good with you though? Tell me, man. Tell me what's going on. You got you just dropped some new music, and
I ain't dropped no new music. I produced a lot of new music.
That's dropping music. You producing.
I got if you want to say about 95% of Drift project I produced. Mm-hmm. It's called What My Soul Sound Like. Mm-hmm. I'm in the works with if y'all know Pad Bundy, the one that produced for Swerve, I'm in the works with him. I got a joint produced for him. I got a new joint coming out this Friday. I produced for Kira B. It'll be out for the, it's for the ladies, but it's for the guys at the same time.
All right.
What else I got, man? Listen, I got some up my sleeve coming, man. I'll let you know that. Don't be surprised when I tell y'all, go get the link, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's under the sleeve.
I like to hear that. What do you think about what's going on with everybody looking at Jersey hip hop from outside of the state and leaving comments about what Jersey is and what Jersey is not?
Man, my personal opinion about it is that, like, they don't know the inner workings of what's really going on with us, because the last time everybody really knew about us, really, like, let's keep it 1,000, they thought we was making club music. They thought we was just all club music, far as, we stole Baltimore sound and all this, and Chicago's like step music and all that stuff. It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of comparisons to us, as far as like us knowing, like being known for rapping. If it wasn't Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah, you know what I mean? And if you want to say the Artifacts and you know what I'm saying? Like, those were the main ones that people knew about with Jersey rapping. They really didn't know too much of us. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why my platform is made so people will know. Besides the mainstream people, we had some beasts who could rhyme, and not only rhyme, produce and actually influence the sound of the culture from the underground into the mainstream. We got another artist on right now. Bro, introduce yourself.
What's up, man? Brother Everlast. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, I'm happy to get to see you face to face right now.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing.
It's always a blessing, man. God is good, man.
So for everybody out there watching, I have 2 MCs and a producer on who are not from just one era. So they could tell you what Jersey is from the look of not only of yesteryear, but today. Mm-hmm. Brother Everlast, let me ask you a question. What was 90s hip hop like, and how does it live today in Jersey hip hop that you see now?
But like my man was saying, man, it's crazy how everybody used to sleep on us, man. And to keep it 100, even during that time, I was doing secular during that time. I was rocking secular music. For those who don't know, I'm a gospel artist now, but hip hop is hip hop. It's in my blood. I've been through every era of hip hop. But as far as I'm North to the fullest, man. You know, but the crazy part about it is I don't know why everybody always sleep on Jersey. Even when I was in the industry, the part that's even more funny to me is they sleep on us, but anywhere we used to go and do shows, they know about Jersey. You know what I mean? That's the crazy part. We could go anywhere, and the first thing gonna say, "Yo, you from Jersey." You know what I mean? But
you want to know what's crazy? What I want to say to you about that is, I think we got that rep from just the city itself. You get what I'm saying? From the people who make up the city. Because then when it comes to the music, it's like they were scared to really see it. You get what I'm saying? They was really scared to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you remember, like when we had, like, what was that club? The Brick City Club that was over there down there by the Lincoln Hotel and all that stuff. When the Lincoln Hotel was by Bear Stadium. You know what I'm saying?
That was the Zanzibar.
Yeah.
No, yeah, then it was like Club Brick City and all that stuff that was over down by Bear Stadium, right? You remember niggas came down there, niggas boo Wu-Tang and all that shit down there tried to rob niggas.
Yeah.
Like, we was known for our actions and not music.
And that's the thing about it is that's one reason why I feel as though we were slept on. But it's about time. I'm glad what Karev doing now. It's time. Props is due now. You know what I mean? I think Jersey, and I'm not saying it because I'm from Newark. I'm diehard Newark. Even when I was in the industry, going around doing my stuff, doing, you know what I mean, shows everywhere. It ain't too many cats that can really mess with Jersey, man. And a lot of we just too underrated. Just like it's a lot of artists in the industry right now that's underrated. People like, people, Jersey got some fire, man. It's a lot of volcanoes out here. Put it like that, man.
Let me ask you a question. Is Jersey underrated because of what Jersey did to itself, or is Jersey underrated because people wanted to block Jersey from getting that shine?
I say it's a little mixture of both. I say basically a little bit of both, but more towards people hating us because of who we are. You can go anywhere with hip hop. Everybody gonna die for everybody gonna not necessarily die. That's the wrong word, but everybody gonna ride for where they at. But with Jersey, anywhere you hit Newark, people getting a bad vibe already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I think that was a big thing with it. But to sum it all up, Newark is judged by the cover, not the book. It's a lot of good dudes out there. It's a whole lot of good dudes, but it's a lot of people, even with the industry. They talk about what they live. You can't expect a truck driver to give you CPR if you know what I mean. You drive trucks all your life. If you live the life, you keep the word I'm getting at is keeping it real. Yeah. You become a product of your own environment. If that's all you know, you can't expect them to write nothing different. You know what I mean? So, and that's everywhere. But to get back with the Jersey thing, it's at the point now, even myself as a gospel artist, I was a battle rapper back in the day. I battle rap, but hip hop, you know what I mean? I'm with that boom bap. I get criticized now as a Christian artist. You know what I mean? I get judged like that because I like that fire.
That's a whole nother conversation that y'all can look forward to coming on Heritage Hip Hop real soon when we give bro over there his own interview and we really go into his story. You know what I'm saying? Unique, are you on the line? You there?
It's my manager. Nick.
He ain't here yet. All right, so let me ask y'all both a question. We're gonna let Stress take this one first, and then I want you to chime in. Check this out. I was looking at that Doggy Diamond. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. I was looking at Doggy Diamonds on Drink Champs, and he said one of the most pivotal bars I ever heard that rings true to me is that he said, "Your name will enter rooms that your feet will never enter into." And when he said that, it made a lot of sense on many things all at one time. I'm gonna ask you this, Stress. Let you take it all over first. What is the name Jersey has? And how do you hold it up so that if you never walked into the room, people knew what to expect when they saw you?
Talent. I got my name stands like far as like when I hit Jersey, and if you mention my name also with Jersey, you already know it's talent, bro. Definite talent. Like when I hit Jersey, I hit talent. You know what I'm saying? I hear the true raw talent when I hear Jersey. When I hear Jersey entering the room, and to speak about as far as myself, like if let's say if somebody say my name in a room with people, like prime example, it just recently happened. Like somebody like two well-known artists from North spoke my name, and they said, "Yo, he's a problem on both musically, and production. He's a problem. He just need to be seen more." And that was just told to me today. So it's like I get it. You know what I'm saying? When I hear Jersey, the first thing I think about, it's a lot of talent, bro. And I say to myself the word I would say when I hear Jersey, like underrated. I hear talent and underrated.
All right, Everlast, what you think about that?
I say pretty much the same thing. We are underrated. It's a lot of talent, but I think like in the beginning wise, before the hip hop really started getting serious, we need to we wasn't totally uniting. You get what I'm saying? Not saying uniting as like whatever, but as a unit. Like that's the biggest thing that I give the props to the South for. I used to tell jokers. I told jokers for back in the '80s, not the '80s, but the late '98, the early 2000s. That's what I admire about the South. The South, it didn't matter who you were, whether you was good or not. You could rock. You could put a bar together. They put everybody together and they unite as one.
I would say that word would be camaraderie. Because they didn't care what part of the South you was from. You support the movement as a whole.
They wanted to eat down there in the South in general.
Yeah.
And even up here in Jersey, if you realize, even the people from in our neighborhoods, they went to New York and got on board because New York was more of a broader market, based on the entertainment aspect. And in New York situation was a different grind, because of the club eras and the stages that was put out for them. In New Jersey, it's not so much of a stage platform in New Jersey for some reason because we have the smaller venues and whatever the case may be, and to play out a lot of things. So that's where, New Jersey for long, like you say, real like Redman, he went to New York when he got in with everybody else to get on board. You realize a lot of these other artists that my brother sat down with Puffy and all them, he tore up contracts because he know what the benefits with Puffy was going to get versus them, the KRS-Ones and all of that. A lot of them are in Jersey, but the idea is to get them out there and move them forward so we all could eat without being taken advantage of.
Right. I agree with that.
But see, here's the difference, though. When you talk about New York, right, this is where I think we have to become more business-minded and not what people call bitter. Is that when you think about New York, right, all the money is already in New York. All the radio stations are already there. So why would I have to come to Jersey when I have people in my backyard? That's first. Second, New York is the Game of Thrones. They have different kingdoms. They call Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Long Island, Yonkers.
They're playing chess.
You know what I'm saying? So you have those territories, which are different languages, different styles, different whatever, but they all fly the same banner. Why, again, would I want to go somewhere else to go get something where I could get it right here? What do you say to that?
You say that to say that. You got to realize, too, in New Jersey, they don't have those platforms. And, a lot of things, as we say, as independent artists, the avenues as far as, like, radio, the presentation of radio is like you go downtown Broad Street in Newark. They didn't give that airwave or that networking aspect that was necessary for the artists of New Jersey to be seen and heard. That's the only hard thing about it, because as you could say, me and my brother, you and all these artists, we were in the club and couldn't get the notoriety because we were paid to go see somebody, but a person that lived in the neighborhood, you couldn't pay them to go see no damn body because they wouldn't support them, but they'll support somebody else. Just like my brother, when he does his CDs, he'll do something on the strength of them doing CDs, but they'll go out there and spend a arm and a leg for an artist that don't even live in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the fall grace that we as artists do, you know, that we don't save grace, we lose it. You know, just like you could say, like if that J. Cole came to New Jersey, they'd break that neck to go down to the Prudential to see J. Cole.
Yeah.
But if the two artists on the Zoom with us right now go and do a show down at Prudential, we'll be struggling. You'll lose money.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's
You're right.
common. But that's common sense. That's not really. I can't blame that on people. That's common sense. And I'm gonna tell you why that's common sense. Number one, to get booked at the Prudential, you have financial backing that's out of this world.
That's where I was going to get at. I was going to get that.
Well, you talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let the artist talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that as well, because it's all about your backing. That's the biggest thing. But you know, I'm not trying to jump a little bit. I take it back from where I'm from. I'm from North. When we had the pipeline, we had our first. That's when the pipeline was bumping. I say that was our first, the first like basic spot that Jersey was really trying to do something, and they messed up on that right there for whatever reason. You know what I mean? It was a lot of hearsay. Okay. I was there for a little bit, you know what I mean? Then after that, just before I went down, but you know, I take it back to the name. People judge North just by what it is. But that right there, the pipeline, if we could do something like that again, because we had artists and everybody coming through, we had the labels coming through. But the point that I was getting at, taking that mind frame of what people was doing, we was doing it big right there. All we had to do was try to get some, all we need is a couple of labels here. So we got enough, we got the artists, we got artists. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but we could have tried to take a stepping stone. That's why I admire what you're doing right now. I've been doing a lot of, me and my brother been talking. You can get anything once you, if you're able to invest in yourself, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We got enough artists in Jersey that'll set it off.
It's a lot of stuff that you guys doing right now in general. We didn't have the inside resources or the in-house in general. So that's why we fell a lot short because, and plus you got to look at a lot of the camaraderie was what the bigger your unit was, the better your brand looked like when you went out there. Right now, well, independent artists that we have today, they're just as big as the person who has a lot of people based on their followers, and they don't have to be in their face. So they're using Instagram, they're using Twitter, they're using all these other things. Like me and my brother was just talking in reference before we hooked up with the gentleman who's running the Zoom. We were trying to put like biblical in the basement.
Okay.
You know, like we sit here doing a Zoom or we sitting here doing interviews, you know, because we was doing that before here when we was doing TV. So we'll bring artists in and we'll sit down, interview them. We'll display their music, their talent. You know, if they did spoken word, whatever the case may be. But that was the hardest thing to do because based on their efforts and energies of not giving 100% of themselves, you know, that made things fall short and filling doors a waste of time. The consistency fell short. So if we had the same energy with like the 4 people we looking at right now, our 4 people can turn into 400 people if everybody had 100% energy.
Well, wait, let me ask Stress this because Stress represents that new era right now that not only is making a name, but has a strong enough name that people will stop, pause, and sit down and see what he has. Let me ask you this, bro.
What's good?
Judging from what they said and what the industry is today, what advantage do you have as an artist that you think you can help a more veteran artist attain to be successful in today's climate?
Honestly, bro, like you said, it's social media presence.
Mm-hmm.
Back then when everything you was grinding back then, being an artist,
Mm-hmm.
you was taking them trips, you was putting the footwork in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you had people like you had to rely on people that knew this person, knew that person. But now everything is right here in front of you now. Like everything, like you know everything is right in your hands. Like right now, everything is in your hands. Like think about this. Back in the day when you was trying to put music, like not saying back in the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an 80s baby too. So you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in that era. So it's like back in the day, let's say early 90s, early 80s, whatever, y'all had to somebody really had the footwork to go around and look, listen to this person, listen to that person, listen to this. Hey, yo, this my man, or yo, that a third, yo, it's a party over here in Brooklyn. This person gonna be there. Let's try to get over there so we can link up with this person to where it is right now. To where it is right now.
Yeah, we had MTV, we do the shows, VH1. All of those things is who you knew to get in. Now you don't really know who you knew. Or like you said, now we're sitting here right now. That's why right now we can sit here and put something together and put a blast out to Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And those people, just a few people can tap into what we're doing in 1 week. The next it'll get bigger. The next week it'll get bigger. As long as we have
it's easy access now.
That's why we good. So all we need is the access and the blast. Because now we don't even need flyers no more. All you need is a blast, and we can go right out.
Yeah, but let me ask you something.
That's what I'm saying. It's in the palm of your hand. It's in the palm of your hand right now. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, okay, all I gotta do is I see you online. I'll DM you, get your information, email, boom. That's one person. Then you like, yo, my man gonna tap in. Boom, you gonna tell him about me. He's gonna hit me. And then my audience already gonna tap in because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And it's going on. So basically,
if you got 200
the internet, I basically have like for the older timers, like you said, Kareem, I have the internet. You get what I'm saying? I have the internet over them instead of me having to manually go out here and bust my ass to get it on. I got the internet.
And that's what its purpose. Like you say, you got the internet. You got the Zoom, you got the pod, we got internet, or we got the music. If you got internet, pod, and music together, that's a platform right there. So if you got 300 friends, I got 200 friends, you got 400 friends. If you got 100 friends, that's 300 people watching. And those 300 people got another people watching. So if we can start the pyramid, that's where you get all. How you think the Kardashians? They making their money off of just a visual.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, and I believe we're looking at it halfway. I think that's a total false estimation. The estimate is very false.
We have to start from somewhere. Be with YouTube. Facts. If you can get a lot of viewers from YouTube will come and pay you to act a fool, or YouTube will pay you
if you follow their stipulations. If you follow their stipulation, but look, that's why this is my take on it. And pardon me, everybody out there watching, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and follow these gentlemen. They're gonna have their social media up later, but let's get back into the conversation. I think the social media part is 1/3 of what it takes to be successful as an artist. Because if the mainstream artists only rely on social media to be 5% of their income off of music.
Yeah,
I would place that as 85 to 90 anything percent of your stream. So when you tell me you have the internet and we're talking about followers, you still fucked yourself in the end, part of my language, because you still leaving 2/3 of the plate uneaten or left. So think about it this way. When you did the mom and pop stores, who did you have to get your stuff? It was the people, right?
The people.
Okay. So even though you don't have to go out, who's supposed to buy your stuff? The people.
The
right?
people.
So that if you're sitting behind a computer and you send out emails, if you're not talking or reaching the people, you're not really working.
You're not really working
the way it is. And what you're doing is you're building a third party, the middleman, and not building you.
Yeah.
All right, look, let me ask you a question.
But when you just stand in the room, if you got 100 friends, you got 100 friends, and you got 100 friends. Right. We're reaching people We just need to get the pyramid going because we're going to reach out to them because if we can go to the sites or communicate with them mentally and verbally and physically, that's our labor because that's us face value. Because a lot of people, just if you look at social media, they only going to believe what they see, based on what somebody else says.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Stress pick up. Stress, go ahead. Stress, you pick up.
What I was saying is, now this is to you for what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this: being as though who I am, right?
Facts.
That I've made my name with who already? The people, right?
Yourself and the people in your community. Yes.
Yeah.
So I already hit the people. So the internet is going to help me hit my people and more people.
More people.
Right.
So it's like I already worked on myself to where I got people that know of me and I never met them. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So so I put my product out there already.
Right.
And got people to and then touched in with the people.
Right.
Plus my own people already touched in and they told more people. Right. So I can't agree with you far as the, you know what I mean, only 1/3 of it, because it's like at the end of the day, if I said I got the internet over somebody, the people is already there and being of the times now, they're on the internet.
They're on the internet.
That's still only the 1/3 though.
But it's not 1/3. It's
Talk
more than if I already done established my name before the internet.
Right.
And then the internet brings me out to even more.
Right.
Right? That's more than 1/3. I did the footwork before the internet.
It's 1/3.
But here's one thing with that I want to add on with my brothers. What's your name again, bro?
Stress.
Mm-hmm. I agree with what you're saying, and I agree with Kareb. I would say it's a little bit more than that, because you can have, and I take it from my past experience. People buy, people come to shows, but how many people? If you're not really, even if you got 1,000 people that's supposed to be your backing, how many really gonna come and support you?
Right.
That plays. You know what I mean? That's why I would say a little bit with Kareb a little bit. I gotta agree with him on that from past experience. You can have all the people you want, but if they not gonna go hand in hand with you, that 1,000 people don't mean nothing. That's just looks.
We've done shows, and the support was the people being there, but the support of his music was the issue.
All right, so wait. Let's talk about that. Let's go into support, because today, I don't know if y'all seen my post today. Instagram has changed their algorithm, because in certain countries they're going to take the like off of your post. So even if you are an artist and people can like your post in America, they're going to take you out the algorithm in Europe. Brazil's number 1 right now. They're going to take you out in Brazil, Spain, Italy. It doesn't matter. So the like now is the 4th best way to get noticed. If a person doesn't save or share what you put up, you're not hitting the algorithm anymore. So Russ, who's somebody I look up to when it comes to the business side of music, and this is why I said that's only 1/3. Okay. 1/3 is getting known. Social media is just to get known. It's a marketing tool. What you take the 1/3 and flip it into is content. How do you get content? You go to the people. So one thing I know about people love to be acknowledged. So Stress, who's an artist that you like in the mainstream that you really was into?
That I was into or that I'm into now?
It doesn't matter. Either or. Like, who do you like that's big?
You know, like Mace and shit like that.
So check it out. Say Mace came to the hood and Mace wanted to do a song with Stress and he took a picture with Stress. What does that do for Stress? That's content, because people like to ride dicks. So
that's what I was gonna say. You beat me to it. Good money.
Yeah, that's content.
Been there, done that.
So the 1/3 now becomes a 2/3, because the more pictures and the more things you show with that person, then people will see. Then here's the last part, which is the 3/3, which is the full plate. How many friends or followers can you create? Turn into clients or customers. See, that's what's missing, and that's why J. Cole can go to the Prudential, and unfortunately we can't. because the Prudential says, okay, he has he averages 2,000 streams a month. They're not going to do that when the average streaming service is 1,000 even to be recognized. That's why when you see it, it says less than 1,000, or it says 1,000 plus into the 2,000 and 3,000 per month. You see what I'm saying? So for YouTube today, if YouTube is 0.0073 cents, 1,000 is what, $7? If I'm correct, it could be 0.000.
Yeah, you know,
which
you're
would
the
be 7
mathematician
cents.
on this.
Yeah, I study all this because I want to be successful. I want to be y'all to be successful.
Amen.
So if you're not counting your things by the thousands, even if they're friends, if you have followers, if I have 20,000 followers and I can't get $1 a month from them, then I have a problem, or my model isn't being worked on correctly. And I think all of us have that issue, is how do we turn our social media into the model of success? And you know what? Unfortunately, whether you're from Jersey, New York, the South, West Coast, it doesn't
It's all the
matter.
same.
That's what they've done. And that's why I say if anybody says Jersey's bitter, I think everybody's bitter, because they took y'all God-given talent and made it a commodity and then cheapened it to where the middleman has a leash around your talent. What do you say?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree. I agree there's a leash on the talent, but sometimes we put that leash on ourselves, bro, because we never try to sit up there and, like, you know, if you know the phrase "sky's the limit," right? That's capping you, because they're telling you the sky's the limit. That means, like, correct me if I'm wrong, the sky makes it a cap, right? Like, that's the limit. So I don't believe sky's the limit. I
want to go beyond. I want to go beyond the clouds.
So it's like you basically capping yourself. So it's like when a person feels as though this is all they could do, they get discouraged and stay moderate with what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I can understand. Like, I understand, but it's like sometimes we are our own leash. You know what I mean? And that's being 100. Because right now, let's say Everlast, right?
Yeah, Brother Everlast.
Brother Everlast. Let's say he's doing better than me. Jealousy and envy streak come in, and then what I used to support, now I'm not supporting no more because I don't got what he got. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I go sometimes people go above and beyond out of their own character to tarnish the next person when they could be putting that energy into themselves to get themselves right up there.
Or link up with the Joker, man. Two heads is always better than one.
Like right now, I'm not gonna say no names, no face, no case. I'm not gonna say no names. I know 3 popular Newark rappers, battle rappers at that, in the URL getting big money. They know, you know, what it could do for like a feature or a video or something can do for a person under their statue, right? But yet and still, they will charge you $1,500, $2,000 to $10,000 for a feature
for 16,
and will not show up to the studio and won't repost it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, sometimes we become our own leash. You get what I'm saying? And like, there's no artist that hasn't reached out to me that I never collab with or made a beat for yet. You know what I'm saying? And I know, Karev, you know me like the back of your hand right now. I know a lot of people. But them 3 people, I will never ask for nothing for. I'd rather get it on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get it on my own, like, and keep going to where they can be like, hey, yo, big bro, what's up? Hey, yo, let me holler at you. You had my phone number personally.
You had my exactly.
Why you gonna holler at me now?
Because you doing something that's a chance that you're gonna be bigger than them.
Instead of useful. That's the sad part about the business. That's what we said earlier. You got a lot of people in your neighborhood, you know, that should be showing you love when it comes to this type of business, to take care of business. But when you get big, you know, it's like you separate yourself from them, because at the end of the day, you deserve to move forward than to sit there and be stuck with the idea of somebody now they become the leeches, because now they think you're going to bring them in and do something. Now, and that's the sad part, because if we was doing this together, like y'all spoke earlier, in reference to like I say, New Jersey taking care of each other. You got this artist, this artist, this artist. Well, back in the day, they were so more independent of doing things amongst themselves that they never took the time to bring things as a whole, as you say, the boroughs of New York. You know, no matter what language they spoke, they made sure everybody ate.
Right. Right. Like, you know what's crazy? Like, I put it as part of my language. I put it in the song, right? I did called Turn Up My Headphones, right? That's coming out real soon. The shit said, the lyrics said, I didn't ask for no features because I don't need them. Niggas starving for attention and I don't feed them. Fuck, I look like asking somebody to help me with shit. I write, I rap and record my own. I don't need no help with no shit. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
It's
Facts.
all like the people that I asked for, like I said, the 3 big names I know, they did when all the weed, the liquor, and everything there, all the bitches, they did. Come to the studio, let's do this.
And when you the situation you guys in, y'all sacrifices, and like you, my brother, I told him, without sacrifices, that made us better men when it came to this industry. Because when you can sit down at the table, because as I say, my brother, he in-house. What he don't do, well, he would be in trouble, because if you took your music to somebody and you wasn't able to edit it, you wasn't able to sell yourself, you wasn't able to do your own stuff, majority of your money be taken from you to sit down at the table before you even saw the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like my brother, we went to a label in the East Orange. The guy sat there and said, "Oh, I like your stuff," you know, because we did the positive music, the videos was out there. He was more hotter than his artists that he already had. They were taking care of him. He actually sat down there and told my brother, "Oh, we could do 85-15." You know, excuse my language. The shit was crazy, because we thinking the 15% was for him. Because of the who he knew, you know, if it was able to, you know, get somebody to the front some money for the shows or whatever, he came with the 85% for him and the 15% for the artist.
And that phone symbolizes exactly how I was thinking. That was a wake-up call for everybody to know that people in here don't have the best interest for you at heart. They have the best pockets. You know what I'm saying? But look, knowing that we always give the South this credit, and I do give the South credit for this. When they were on the come up, they went to each other's shows and they rock with each other. And that's what the younger generation of Jersey does right now. Shout out to Samad Savage, shout out to Jay Wonder, Solus, Ibmatic, Keith Chandler, P-Dot, Euphony, La Omalau. It's so many people out there. And that's just North Jersey. We got Crush Jackson out there. You got Jay Solace. And you got the 90s MCs coming back in the conversation now, so that y'all are hot again. And now we're like, where do we go from here? If it wasn't for As Is putting himself out there, these conversations wouldn't even be had. And we wouldn't even be talking about Apache again. We wouldn't even be talking about Slang Ton again. We wouldn't even be talking about Big Snuff again. We wouldn't be talking about the Orphans and Desert Set and all that again. So now that the conversation is out, my question is Jersey truly bitter? Or is Jersey now going to take advantage of the situation that we have so we can elevate from it? What do you say?
But what you just said in general, now you have we have a somewhat a more formal, better platform, because people are actually getting together, you know, to make a name, you know, without so much of the struggle and feeling like they was failures. Because if you look at a lot of people, the artists that here today, a lot of that money, like we did, you know, I ain't gonna say we didn't get our money in the streets, but our streets was different than they are today. You know, our hungry was not so much for the music. Our hungry was to make sure our household was good, because we made enough and we partied. Today, you know, the industry is a little different, because they staying in the streets. They don't get no sleep. And so their independency, as far as them moving forward, you know, getting high, smoking weed, chilling. You know, they'll go to the studio
Mm-hmm.
and they'll do everything in one set. And then they'll hustle at the studio, so they ain't even got to be in the streets. They doing all that in one spot. You know, what we was doing back in the day, we'd go out to get our money. Then we got to find a studio that wasn't going to rip nobody off. And then sit there and have to hurry up and get your stuff done. And then get out the door for the next person.
Facts.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I had a important phone call.
You know, you good, bro. And so to sell ourselves was a little different. You know, that was a hell of a sacrifice. These guys right now, a lot of these artists that you just mentioned recently, a lot of them don't pay no bills. A lot of them just staying with people sleeping on the floors. That sacrifice, they get high with each other, so they ain't got nothing but time on their hands.
Some. One actually is a college professor. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the young ones, they're workers. Like I'm gonna keep it real. Like maybe and maybe not. You know what I'm saying? What I can say is, whenever you take music on as a profession, you give up a lot of your life, and you have to do what you gotta do to maintain and survive within it. I think our girlfriends, wives, or whatever, whoever with us, I think they never understood what it was to do it, because even as a person doing media, I have to take time away from my family to jump on a computer to talk. Mind you, you guys have to leave your homes to do shows or to be in the studio at night if you don't have a studio in your crib, or even if you did, you have to bring people in your house when that could mess up somebody else's comfortability. You see what I'm saying? So there always is a sacrifice, no matter what is stated or what is not. My question to you is this then, because we always say Jersey is a have not when it comes. I'm gonna ask you this. What do you think it would take for Jersey to get its own radio station when all the radio stations are powered in New York and Delaware? I think it's Connecticut. It's New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. What do you think it is that is going to take for Jersey to get its own radio station to filter New Jersey, where their radio towers are actually in New Jersey and focus out towards them? And we turned them in, that we would have the majority of the radio feed. So what do you think it would take to have us have our own one radio station that we can support?
The first thing I would say is a tighter unity. I can say now about time that we starting to unite. You're going to take that. You know what I mean? You can't go to war by yourself. You can go, but you really ain't going to win that war. But you know what I mean? That's the first thing. And that's one thing I can say about a lot of them now. Even as the gospel artist that I am, a lot of the secular cats that, you know, when I was doing the secular music, they give me love now. You know what I mean? So even when they doing ciphers, yo, my man rock, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And that's a start. You got to start from somewhere. But I say the first thing we need is to constantly to keep growing on the unity wise with that. Backing each other. Once you got that, once you got a platform, no matter what, like, well, I don't want to use the term sky's the limit, but you know what I'm talking about. You can do whatever you want to do. As long as you got, you know what I mean, you got that chain. You add links to that chain, nothing's going to be unstoppable.
Right.
But one thing that you have to be serious about it though. You know what I mean? If y'all all on the same page and do whatever, anything's impossible. We had a radio station down the projects in North North, WNMS radio. We had it, you know what I mean? But like you said,
it's like you saying, it's camaraderie, loyalty, dedication, and like if you got them three things, almost trustworthy, and then the financial backing is cool between with all the whole situation.
Everybody, yeah.
Then everybody's going to be on the same accord.
Yeah. And that's all you need. With that, you can do anything. You can take over the world with that.
Yeah, because you can
take over the world.
We got the radio stations in Newark. You got WBGL in Newark. You had you had WNJR in Newark.
Yeah, they want to run down in the Robert Treat building and all that
exactly.
Stuff.
Yeah. But you don't have, like you said earlier, if you don't have these artists pushing the doors in to get on radio and turn AM into an FM, it's going to be a false presence.
So
Because
what about North FM? What about North FM? What about those?
Yeah, what you said earlier, all of these artists that you represented considerably is underground. You want to come from underground and stand on the earth so you can be seen.
Okay. Good point.
Facts.
Good point.
So if you keep digging a hole, but ain't nobody can see you.
Facts. Okay. Wait. So let me ask you. Let me ask you this question then. Once again, like I said, all the power comes from in-state and goes out of state. I think it's considerably a bad look when Hot 97 and Power 105 power the tri-state area, when once again New York is its own kingdom. And I'm gonna ask y'all one question: who's the hottest rapper to come out of Connecticut? And they serve the tri-state area. What Connecticut records do you hear on the radio? And that's where I'm gonna leave my head right there. Y'all can say what y'all
don't give me the line.
The only person that I said close to Connecticut was fucking Mac Miller, and he was from Pittsburgh, like.
And that don't count because they got their own station.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and like I said that cuts close, but no cigar. You know what I mean? The old friend, like that's the only person I know. You get what I'm saying?
That Bentley look good, but you ain't got no ties on. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, buddy.
It's like, in that perfect moment, you turn around, you like, damn, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's crazy how you said that, because everything that comes out of New York is outside entities. They become New Yorkers. Just like if you listen to the interview with Tupac said, all he needs to do is to be in the area. He can steal your style, and then he can be New York all day.
Yep.
He went to all the boroughs and used all of their platforms to make him who he was, the man today, before he even was the man. Yep. When he was doing Digital Underground. Even when he did Digital Underground, he was more of a power to the people person, as my brother is positive, until he realized all the negative sales, and that's how he prevailed. And if you look at it, he said with his Thug Life tattoo, his Thug Life tattoo didn't mean that he was out here being raunchy and ridiculous. He still found a way to put his positive music on his system. That's what balanced him out.
Yep. Pac was like devil's advocate.
Yeah, he played both sides.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He played both sides. That's the same thing with DMX. DMX played both sides.
Facts. All the way facts. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Because if you look at it, even with Puffy couldn't put him on his label because he was too raw for Puffy.
Right.
Puffy wouldn't have been able to
he wasn't ready to control him.
He would not even to control Puffy with the style that Puffy was. He wouldn't be able to
radio. They couldn't put him on radio. He couldn't put him on radio like that.
Nope. They tried a lot of Radio Storm, but I don't think Puffy wouldn't know how to market him.
No, that's the point that I'm making.
You know what I mean? I don't think he'd know how to market him, because my thing is this.
That's like even with Biggie. He had to get Biggie to go old school with his vibes in order for the community and the industry to accept him.
Okay, so wait, let's take that lesson and flip it back, because they have their time. Let's give us our time. How would you market Jersey, and how would you put it out to be profitable?
How we can put it out to be profitable, as you just said just now, if you had the right resources as far as the backing, as far as the independency of all the artists to put a pool in on the table, to go out to the Nikes, go out to the Pepsis, go out to let's say game, all of these little places, the gas stations, all of these little mom and pop spots. You know, that's like us having a GoFundMe. If all of these people put into that situation and knew where we was going as artists and would support us, we will have the same situation even on a smaller market because we got to grow from somewhere.
Right.
So when we grow from somewhere, the independency don't have to sit on the table on our shoulders no more because now we got other people pouring into it and putting donations on the table. So that's less harder that they got to do. So then, like you say, you go to the chain of command. Now you're sitting at the top, and then you pull the other people in that never been heard and seen before. Now you could become the monstrosity of the business and become a global mogul person. Because just like you look at it right now, this system is in a pandemic state right now. But that doesn't stop the independency of people who still want to market themselves.
Right.
So when them doors do open up, that say, you come out and do something. You could do spoken word. Oh, I remember him. That name sounds familiar. When you go do a show, they remember you from your previous struggle. So they're going to give you that respect to go out there and support you.
Right.
All right, Stress, what you say? How do you market in New Jersey and make it profitable?
We got the Prudential Centers. We got the New Jersey Facts.
Like I'm 100% with, what I'm saying, with Brother Unique's motto, man. Like that's the way I agree a whole 100% with him. Like, because it's like, I don't see no other way, bro. It's like you got to start come like having a unity and going to the big corporations, man. You got to have a unity. You know what I'm saying? You got to come together and say, yo, let's do this. Or let's attack this. Let's try to hit here. Let's go here. You know what I'm saying? So that way, people like the Sue Surfs, the Arsenals, and people like that, they can get these big deals and they can really give back to their city instead of the bullshit that they say they do into the city. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking nobody, but you know what I'm saying? Like you want to get back to your city, all right, let's all get together and market on to like big corporations. You get what I'm saying?
Like you just said earlier,
I'm not hating on nobody. Like those. I'm happy that they made it out of their situations. You know what I'm saying? Now, help the people that's under you to get you to get them in them same situations you in now.
Yeah, because we just said earlier, all you gotta do is get somebody to write some proposals and put them on the table and send them to these people. 5% is better than nothing.
Right.
So wait,
like you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be dope to sit up there and see, the faces of the faces like that rap now.
Hello.
Go ahead and have something where they leading on and showing what know what I'm saying? Like that by example, showing like, okay, look, we got to deal with Pepsi, or we got this deal, or well, ShopRite endorsed me to sit up here, this, that, and third to go feed the homeless and do this and do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That stuff like that would be dope. But the problem is everybody thinks for themselves. But then when they make it, shout out to Newark, man. That's where I'm from. All right, but you from Newark, yes, you're a product of the environment. Whoever comes out of Jersey, whatever, no specific person, by all means, no specific person. But you're a product of Newark. You come out of the product. You come out the harshest, hardships ever. You make it. The first thing you doing is you not putting on for your city.
You leaving. You dipping out. And, you know what I mean? Yeah, come on, bro.
You leaving the city, or you sitting up there trying to make a profit off of up and comers in the city. I understand you got to live and you got to eat too. You put in work. But what about the people who I know people done slid you this verse for nothing, or people that done slid you this beat for nothing, that believe in you, period. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, off of Karev's word, Brother Everlast could be like, yo, I know Stress dope because of what Karev said. And he could give me a beat and push me and slide a song to somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like it's off of the camaraderie that like at the end of the day, we need that. We don't got that.
And I can speak from that perspective with that, because right now, I kid you not, I got over
a lot of his music.
Wait, unique. Wait. Let Everlast get some bro. Wait. Go ahead, Everlast. I got you.
Like what you were saying as far as that, I was that. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's why I stopped doing studio time for people. I got literally over 800-900 tracks out there that I done for jokers. Some paid, some didn't pay, but all for the word. Yo, that's my man. Hit me up. You know what I mean? Help him out. He trying to do something. And it got to the point that doing that so much, you start getting taken advantage of. I got a lot of albums out there that I done for people. Not even talking about the music I got. You know what I mean? That I just done. And like you said, on the strength of Kareb, yo, you know what? My man ain't got no, but he dope. He, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bless him. I'm that dummy. I'm that donkey of the day on that. Because you know why? Because everybody you got to start from somewhere.
Exactly.
You got to start from somewhere.
And I respect the phrase that chill don't pay the bills. I respect that phrase.
Yeah, I respect that. But my thing is this.
Wholeheartedly. But it's like if you got like no disrespect, but if you got nothing, I don't got nothing. We gotta make something.
Yeah, I got a nickel. Let's put it together and get a piece of bubble gum and split it.
Exactly.
Tomorrow we try to get a quarter. Maybe we get a bag of chips.
But it be these people who got that nickel plus more that'll try to do nothing plus more for nothing.
Yeah. They won't even support. They won't even support at all. Because I respect everything you said, Kareb. But like you said, at the end of the day, if you know, me and my brother use this phrase, dumbass.com. You'll see a lot of motherfuckers on that dumbass.com shit. Uploaded bullshit based on the idea of, as they said, you give, you will receive. If you keep giving and ain't receiving shit, you really just digging yourself a hole.
And you done put yourself on dumbass.com.
Mm-hmm.
By giving, and they get shit back yet.
Well, here's how we fight that.
So
another bar I was given was called "Think for the Dummy." A lot of us don't think for the dummy. We think for camaraderie. We think we do business with our emotions and our business with our sense. Right. So now it's time for us to start thinking for the dummies and not being the dummies ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And with that being said, everybody, look, we gotta take this down. This was a nice conversation. If y'all like Heritage Hip Hop Live weekly, let me know. Leave a comment. Yeah, leave a comment. I mean, I'll do weekly shows and we'll interview people and we'll talk about certain topics. I'm not into current events. Y'all can get that on the gossip sites. I'm really about my people. I'm about my people, and I'm about highlighting the people that not only I think are dope, but the people out there putting in work. And I respect the three gentlemen who joined us tonight. We had more who said they were going to be here, but guess what? They ain't show up. So
think like a dummy.
If it was meant to be, it would have been there.
Think like a dummy. That's where we at right now. Like you just said, we can actually. This was the part we're saying between even us four right now. We're sitting here right now. If we look in the bill, like you just said, we could do this every week.
Well, here's what I am going to say. The most disrespectful thing you can do as an artist, especially for everybody out here watching, please share this. The most disrespectful thing you can do is not start at home and work your way out. Don't work your way out and come back home. So if you are an artist and you're from New Jersey, it's disrespectful to go to Philly, to go to New York, Delaware, Connecticut to promote your music. Why not going first to home base to all the internet radio stations on all the media that's in Jersey? Because if you want support, you have to support the media because the media has the power to break you to the higher ups that you want to, whose eyes you want to catch.
And I could co-sign for you with that because I done a remix joint. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. I done a KRS remix, gospel joint. And that's playing right now, won over almost 100-something internet radio stations. A lot of people tell me I'm stupid for throwing it. I don't care about the bread. You know what I mean? The bread don't mean nothing on that. But the joint, what you said, that's real talk. That's real talk.
Like
I really feel like.
Tell them about the Marvin Sapp. They wouldn't even think Marvin Sapp joint. They wouldn't have no clue. Everybody was jumping on the Marvin Sapp remix. He did a joint with Pink remix song. And we had people just rocking with that. So like I say,
that's the experiment.
And it was crazy on a biblical aspect of it because we was trying to put a program called Biblical Testimonial. So we was trying to push the positive vibe on it. But like I say, if you ain't doing sex, murder, money, and drugs, it's the hardest thing to do out there is to be yourself and be implemented as far as your growth becoming more than your works.
Well, with that being said, hey, we're gonna stop it right there. With
No
that being
doubt.
said, Stress, give them your social media and how they can get in touch with you to get your music and get some of them
Yeah,
fire
man.
beats.
Yeah, no
Man,
doubt.
you can holler at me on the gram at I'm stressed. I am stressed.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. I'm about to hit you right now.
He want them beats. He want
look.
them beats. That's
Oh
what
no,
I'm
I do
talking about.
production too, bro. I do production too.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what's up.
Yeah.
okay, so then we can have a beat battle. What's up? I'm ready.
Whatever. I got yo. How many you want to put up?
He called you out. He called you
That's
out.
it. It's all about love. My thing is this,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
No matter,
You know it.
no matter who, what's what.
Listen, man, it's all. Listen, I'll just sit around and play beats all day just to vibe. Like it ain't got to be
That's
a beat battle.
you feel what I'm coming at? I'm looking at yo. We got this, yo.
Let me
let's
check
go.
Karev on this one. Karev, ain't nobody called nobody out. Stop. See, that's why there's no camaraderie because it's so dirt in the game.
I'm saying he called you out.
just came out.
I said he called you out so y'all can do our heritage hip hop. Like get
They
music.
said
They said they can wind up doing. He can do a verses right on his show.
Yeah, we gonna do viral right here. We gonna go viral right here.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
So
we can't get no unity in Newark. See that? See what I mean? We can't have no unity in Newark.
You see what I'm saying? Niggas just cut.
That's that dumbass.com right there.
That's that cutthroat right there, man.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely.
I want the hottest beats on heritage hip hop. That's right.
You can follow me. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me at I'm stressed.
I'm stressed.
Yeah, I am stressed.
STRESS.
Yeah, 973. You'll see my picture pop right up, bro. I'm stressed. I am stressed. 973 on
No
Instagram.
doubt, bro.
I'm stressed 973 on Twitter. Tyree Stress Williams on Facebook. Whatever, man. Y'all can holler at me, bro. Like I'm
yeah, no doubt. I want to poly on that, man. You know what I mean? It's like I said. I don't know. I'm over the hill, man.
Listen,
I'm fit. I'm one of the 50 jokers. I'm a half a century.
hey, listen,
I've been through every era of hip hop, bro.
And I can respect it. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah.
I got an old soul, man. Like so, I'm whatever, bro.
Wait until you hear what I just done, bro. I'm sitting here recording right now. I was sitting there recording when I saw the post part. I said, yeah, hit me in. I got a joint I just done. I went from old school on that. Oh my God.
You want to give him a sample?
I done it basically because nobody ever sample
Look, man, I'm sitting in front of mine right now too. So
yo, bro, you already know.
I'm in my office right here.
Yo, I'm home, man. I'm home. But I just done the Stevie Wonder joint, man. I haven't heard nobody that really done nothing to Stevie. You gotta give props. Sometimes I write so much till sometimes I just want to give props to the old school. But I want to talk to you about something, man. Something that I was trying to do for a minute. A lot of people that I asked, you know what I mean, yo, what I want to do, I want to do a whole joint. I want to do a whole CD on props. Give props to where the hip hop came from. I was looking at I was looking to do that for a minute. Take the classic joints and just do. I want to do a whole joint on that. I'm not talking about like the hip hop, the old school with the stuff coming through.
Hold that, because you know what? We can't do this without me being heritage hip hop. First, Everlast. Yeah, Everlast. Give your social media. Everlast. Give your social media.
No doubt.
And then we're gonna go to Unique, and then I got a question for everybody.
You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube, Bro Everlast, or you can look it up at Trash Everlast, or Bro Everlast on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Bro Everlast, BRO. And you can find me on Instagram at Mr. 973 Style. And I got my apparel. The apparel company is Total Truth Apparel. No, Total Truth 123 on Instagram as well. We got I got a clothing line too.
Your name on Instagram? I'm following you right now. What's your name on Instagram?
973 Style.
973 Style?
Yeah.
Got you. I'm about to look you up right now so I can follow you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I'm gonna do the same thing, bro. But we definitely gotta talk, man. I like cats that, you know what I mean? right now, I like it when we from the same world. I feel like we from the same world, man. So yeah, we definitely got a link. We definitely got a link, man.
Unique. You want to give them your social media?
My social media, as you look on the book, I'm on the book. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Unique Holding. Like I said, at the end of the day, we be prosperous. As far as the unity of it, between me and my brother, and we're about our business. So everything that we do is in-house. So if you want to touch bases on the fact of in-house, and we'll invite you and his family. You ain't got to go out there and do all that unnecessary stuff, because we take care of home first, and then we worry about the outside.
Yeah.
All right.
If you need somebody to sit there and do it right, I can write right off the top and give you something that you can go and drop on a track right quick, and you about your business. I write off the top. I don't sit there and use a notepad.
All right. Well, with that being said, everybody, thank you for watching Heritage Hip Hop Live on YouTube tonight. Like I said, get these numbers up. Gentlemen, I ask that you share this because we had a great conversation tonight.
Yeah, man.
Share this with your folks. Let them know to subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop. Everybody watching, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's get these numbers up because we want to make our movement not the pivotal, most meaningful movement in Jersey. We want to make our movement a legacy so that when people look back, they know that we are people of greatness, and greatness came from our home state, because we celebrate Jersey. We celebrate hip hop from Jersey around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Karev.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Once we get off of this, send me a link so I can Zoom call you. I got you. I need you to put it in or something.
Okay, no doubt. So before we leave, I am Heritage Hip Hop. Shout out to my partner, Fatty's Place. Shout out to BQ. Shout out to Firejaw. Shout out to Michael Bradley. Shout out to Lex, Goodfellas TV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to A Squad Rebel Radio. When we get off of here, I will ask everybody, please go to A Squad Rebel Radio's YouTube page and check out Grumpy's World. My man Grump, the mayor of Jersey Hip Hop. Give him
shout out to Grump. He fuck with me too.
Yeah, that's my people. That's my people. Face.
Yeah, Zay, all of them.
Yeah. We from the same hood, man. I'm from North Newark, man.
So before we get out of here,
brother.
So before we get out of here, let's have some fun. Y'all gentlemen ready for some fun?
No doubt.
Why not?
All right. So if you watch Heritage Hip Hop, y'all know I ask some wild out crazy questions. Let's ask a wild out crazy question. Since we did production today, I'm gonna ask Brother Unique, Brother Everlast, and my bro Stress this question. Who is the godfather of hip hop? James Brown or Bob James? Talk about it.
I can say Bob James, because James Brown had to get it from somebody.
Interesting.
I agree with that too.
He elevated it.
I did my research.
Yeah, he elevated it because he took it to showmanship, James Brown.
James Brown came out before Bob James, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Bob James. No. Hold up.
You talking about Bob James, the most sampled motherfucker in America?
That's right. The Nautilus.
Yeah.
Westchester Lady.
Yeah,
the Nightcrawler.
I call him Brother Caucasian. That's what I call him.
That's
I'm
right.
Done. I'm done.
So
I'm done.
James Brown or Bob James? Who's the real godfather of hip hop beats?
It ain't James Brown. It's Bob James.
Okay, you going Bob James? Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going because the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I sit up there and I think I'm gonna give it to Bob James because at the end of the day, everybody knows the James Brown record. Not a lot of people know who Bob James was. Like he was getting sampled, and his grandchild told him, "Hey, Grandpa," or I think his son or whoever it is, he said, told him like, "Hey, listen, you ever heard of this person, this, that, and the third?" And he said, "No. Who is that?" He said, "Well, listen, that's your music in the background." You know what I'm saying? And that's when he started finding out things like, as far as with Run DMC using his stuff, all the way up to Wu-Tang and everybody using his stuff. He never knew who the hell he was. Nobody knew who he was. So I'd rather give it to him because everybody knew who James Brown was. Okay. And they went through and they had to give him his props. Okay. And they had to come up off that bread.
So
that royalty stuff, yeah.
So wait, so Bob James is the answer to you because nobody knew Bob James, you say. And you say Unique, you say Bob James because he's the most sampled. And Bob James, you're telling me every Bob James record is better than The Funky Drummer by James Brown?
No, that's the most sampled, the most sampled song in the world.
You're right, but think about this. Yeah, the funky drummer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used that when I was signed.
And for Bob James, the Nautilus is the most sampled out of his catalog.
Uh-huh.
But my question is then once again, if you had to take one out of hip hop, how would hip hop suffer more without James Brown or without Bob James?
See, that's a whole different question. Now
That's another question.
James Brown, like that's common sense.
But
I don't know.
The suffering is just that's like putting a pitchfork in somebody when they already bleeding.
But in my case, I don't do a lot of sampling.
Okay.
So I couldn't really, you know what I mean? I'd rather play it over.
Uh-huh.
It's a form of sampling, but it's not stealing from them.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted with cats that sample. It's cat, you know, cat sample and I think the best the tightest person that ever sampled, I think, was Dr. Dre.
Man.
That's just my thing.
That's tough. Okay.
You know what I mean? So I couldn't really take neither one out the equation. I couldn't really do that. You know what I mean? Coming from perspective of not really a sampling cat, you could listen to my whole library of songs I got. Out of all the songs I get, you might hear about 10 songs that sample, 20 songs that sample. So,
well, I'm a historian.
I gotta give credit for both. But to me, James Brown got some crazy drums, man. So I would have to still go with James, man.
Well, I'm a historian, so let's put it like this. If y'all don't know who Bob James or the legacy of James Brown, please go to do your music homework. Even the government made a Who Sampled site. You can look on there. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about James Brown, remember we're also talking about the JBs. You're talking about Lynn Collins. You're talking about a lot of people. So who really is the godfather when it comes down to those beats that y'all
see?
Like so much?
But you see how you asked the question
and he reverted to something else.
Now you changed. You went from one question to two, so that two ain't the same question you asked, bro.
Right.
So
I did that on purpose. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, come on, bro. Listen. You remember I told you my mother was the queen of slick talking, bro. You can't do that.
Salute to mom. Salute to mom. We love you, mom. Salute to mom.
Hey, Stretch. Remember that when?
Mom ain't not the equation, so that's a good thing.
Well, what's up?
Remember what he said earlier? When somebody's sticking by you, then he throw you under the bus. That's what he just did just now.
Sure did. Yo. He said, because he was saying, who's the godfather?
Hip hop.
Then he's saying, without this person, take away, one gotta go. It's like, no, it's
you can't.
Godfather. Who do you think? Then you say, without this, we ain't gonna do
this. The other one can't be the godfather, so you take him out. Yeah, I got you.
That's like getting two brand new. That's like getting the two brand new pairs of Jordan 7s, and you ain't got no shoelace in one of them.
Nah, one black and one red.
You feel me?
And just what you just said. As far as Bob Johnson, Bob James Brown.
Yeah.
You look at the idea. I could throw a person in and throw Monkey Richie. How do you think how much Smokey Robinson music got sampled?
Right.
No, you can't put that in there for that. And I'm gonna tell you for one reason. I'm gonna tell
his library ain't that long.
He did not do production. He did vocals and songwriting. So you can use the vocal. You can use his vocal in your cadence, but you can't use his track and drums.
No. I got what you just saying though. You just throw a Monkey Rich in with us. How many artists did Smokey Robinson put on the table and they resampled and did their songs over as other artists that was in the same damn the city? Not
the same argument. Sorry.
Hey, Karev, I got a question to ask you, Karev.
What's up?
Now this ain't nothing. You said you're a historian.
I try my best to study. Yes, I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. I'm not saying you do.
Yeah.
You're a rather smart guy, such as all the gentlemen on the phone.
Right.
Diana Ross.
Yes.
I'll be missing you.
Okay.
The one that Biggie sampled. Missing you.
Okay.
Do you know who that song was about?
No.
That song was about Marvin Gaye. They went to school together and they grew up together. That song was about Marvin Gaye. So soon when he passed, she released that song. But they knew each other for 14 years prior until them getting signed together.
That's a
Wow.
beautiful story.
Yo, that's good money right there.
And with that, and we're gonna leave on that because that just tells us everything that we do is a legacy for somebody else, and we
For
inspire
somebody
other
else.
people.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we put the right thing out, and let's support each other in state to go out of state, so that we can all build not only ourselves, but we leave a legacy behind of unity for those who come behind us in hip hop and outside of it as well. So with that being said, with Stress, Brother Unique, and Brother Everlast, this is Correct from Heritage Hip Hop saying peace, and we
Peace
out.
out, bro. Yeah.
Peace.
Salute.
Now we can look this up on you. How is this on YouTube? How do we copy and paste this?
It's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. Yep.
It's on YouTube. Okay.
And we out.
Yeah, so
And I'll paste it. Good looking, bro. See you soon, homie.
That's right.
That's
That's
already
right.